inside of Kobe that you knew he was going to be great? Not an all-star. Like you said, there's a difference between all-star and all-pro,
right.
but great.
Probably the easiest player that I've ever seen to identify with. First of all, when you see someone 18 years of age work out against men, and he's so superior to them, and forget the physical part, because you're probably talking about someone older in their career. The mental part was especially noticeable, but the skill level.
Give us an example of the mental part. What's an example of that?
The mental part? Yeah. Who are the greatest players that ever played? The one who can think, the one who can pass, the one who anticipates. You can see that. And all these guys who are these famous names, they just have some unique part of them. They're a play ahead. It would be like in football. You see certain, and particularly defensive players, and they have no chance today in this league. The league football league has taken every great defensive player and try to neutralize them. What do people want to see? They want to see long touchdowns. They want to see Terrell Owens catch the ball, run 70 yards for a touchdown. So the defensive people today that stand out, and there's 2 or 3 of them. Los Angeles Rams have 2 of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey.
Right.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Aaron Donald. But if you just watch Jalen Ramsey, because Aaron, there's so many people around him, but out in the flat out there, this kid has got something special about him. But they think the game differently. They see the game differently. And with him, his skill level at 18 years of age was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And everyone wants to credit me. They don't need to credit me.
Right.
The other people in the league, I cannot believe to this day they would pass a talent like that.
Really?
I cannot. And we see it happen. Luka Doncic, what was he, the 5th player in the draft?
Right.
Oh my God.
And look at him.
I can't believe that someone let him go. I can't.
Right.
He was a unique kid at 15 years of age. He was competing against men in Europe. He's 15 years, but not competing, excelling.
Luka Doncic was the MVP of the EuroLeague. The EuroLeague, for those of you watching this that don't know what the EuroLeague is, the EuroLeague is the second best league outside of the NBA. It's where all the best teams from around Europe, they play in a league together on the weekend called the EuroLeague. And so all the best teams from Turkey, the best teams from Spain, the best teams from Italy, the best teams from Russia, they play in a league on the weekend called the EuroLeague. It's where all the best teams in Europe from Europe play. And Luka Doncic was the MVP of this league at 17 years old. And if that's not an indication that you can play, then I don't know what is. For him to be able to be the MVP of the second best league outside of the NBA at 17 years old is amazing. And so, I mean, for that reason alone, I don't know how, many people could pass up on Luka Doncic, showing that he's proven at 17 years old to be able to dominate a league that's the second best league outside of the NBA. I mean, his floor was very high. He already proved that he can play at a high level against high level competition. It's not like he was playing against high school kids or even college players. He was playing at a level very high at 17 years old. And for that alone, he should be able to, I mean, he was the 5th pick, I believe. But, I mean, come on, the MVP of the EuroLeague, that's ridiculous. At 17, even more ridiculous. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. What up, though? My name is Kevin Melson with Beyond Your Limits, and in this video here we got Jerry West, the Lobo, talking about how he knew that Kobe Bryant was going to be special when they went through their workouts. And one of the things that he said that he recognized that Kobe Bryant was going to be special was that not only was he physically better than the players that he was matched up against, he was mentally a lot better than the people that he was matched up against. You could tell he had that mamba mentality. He had that hunger, that desire to do whatever it takes to be the best. When you have a passion for something, you have a dream you want to go after, and that you really to sacrifice a lot to get there, I mean, it's hard to stop somebody like that has that determination, that will to make it happen. And that's what Kobe had. Kobe had, that's greatly documented, called the mamba mentality. All the lengths that Kobe went through to prepare himself to be the best, to make sure he was doing the most. And that all paid off. He's one of the greatest basketball players in NBA history because of it. And Jerry West saw that when he was 17 years old, 18 years old, trying to go to the NBA. And he said he couldn't believe that anybody would pass up on Kobe based upon his workouts. And I guess that's why Jerry West is one of the best GMs and the best executives in NBA history as well, because he could recognize that talent and he wasn't scared to pull the trigger and try to get it. He also talked about Kobe Bryant's IQ, how Kobe Bryant could think the game. And if you can think the game, like I've said before on many videos, that gives you a great advantage if you know what you're trying to do on the court. It's a lot of players that just go out there and they just go off instinct. And you can be great playing off instinct, but you want to know what you're trying to do on the court. You want to know where you have your advantages, and you want to try to get to those things. That's what makes players like Chris Paul great. He knows what he can do well, and he gets in those, puts himself in position where he can take advantage of that. He'll go off the screen and roll, shoot the mid-range jumper, and I mean, you can't really stop it. Person comes up, he dump it off to the big guy, he stays in his wheelhouse. He does what he does best, and that's what makes him great. So you want to recognize what you do great, and you want to try to stick to that as much as possible. Of course, you want to work on your weaknesses as well, but you want to stick to your strengths as much as you can. Another thing I want to point out to you guys in the video is Jerry West was talking about how the NFL is trying to get rid of defense because the fans want to see offense. And that's sort of like the same thing in the NBA. And what you must realize is that the NBA is a business, and all businesses are about making money. So the NBA is about making money. They want high scoring games. They want exciting games. They want people to get dunked on. They want you to argue with your friends about who's the best, because all that stuff brings advertising dollars to the NBA. The more people watching the NBA, the more people talking about the NBA, that's the better it is for the NBA. That's a reason why you see a lot of European players are on NBA teams nowadays, because now that's a new market the NBA can market to. When Yao Ming came to China, when Yao Ming came to America to play in the NBA, that was a big thing for the NBA, because China has billions of people, and now all those billions of people can tune into the NBA to cheer for their countryman, Yao Ming. And that did a lot for the NBA as far as making money. And so you want to keep that in mind in your NBA journey, because a lot of times the draft and who plays on the NBA team and stuff like that, it doesn't come down to skill always. So that's why the NBA likes college basketball so much, because your players have a built-in fan base when they come to the NBA. If you go to Duke and they have a fan base at Duke, they're all watching you play at Duke, you're scoring, you're doing whatnot. You're a lottery pick, those players are gonna follow you in the NBA. They wanna see what you do in the NBA. They're your fans from college. You have a built-in fan base, and that's real big for the NBA. The NBA don't have to present you to the fans. They already know you from college basketball. And that's a big thing. Could have been why Luka Doncic fell to the 5th pick. Nobody knew Luka Doncic. Everybody coming out of college, people know them. They have fans. They have people that's going to buy their jersey, but nobody knows Luka Doncic. And players coming from these big universities, they have a lot of fans already built in. And so that's it's marketing for the team. It's like this young kid, Mikey Williams. He has like 3 million followers on Instagram. He's going to the NBA. no matter, I mean, your skill does matter. Don't get me wrong, your skill does matter. But if Mikey Williams is, if a team is trying to draft somebody between Mikey Williams or some guy from South Dakota State that nobody knows, if their skills are similar, or even if the South Dakota kid is a little bit better, then they're going to pick Mikey Williams because he has 3 million fans. He has 3 million people that can buy his jersey. He got 3 million people that can buy a ticket to come watch the game. He has 3 million people that'll tune in to watch him play. And because he has those 3 million followers, because he has a fan base built in, he's more likely to make it to the NBA than somebody else of similar skill, because everybody already knows him. The NBA doesn't have to do a whole lot of work to present them to their fan base, to say, hey, this is Mikey Williams, this is what he can do, this is what he can't do. You know, you might like him because of this. They don't have to do all of those things. He already has that. He already did that for himself. And so it'll be a lot easier for him to make it to the NBA, because, you know, when a GM, when the owner of a basketball team see him, they see dollar signs. That's going to bring more fans to the stands. It's like when LaMelo Ball, he had a lot of attention, a lot of people, a lot of eyeballs on him. Zion Williams, the same thing. This can help you a lot in making it to the NBA. Just having a built-in fan base already. So it's not always the best player that get the job. Sometimes it's the best marketed player. And a lot of times your perception is your reality. If people to this day say LeBron James can't shoot. I mean, I don't know. I've been watching LeBron shoot the last few years, and I mean, he's a pretty good shooter. He makes a lot of shots. I mean, I'm not sure what his percentages are, but to say that LeBron James can't shoot right now is not a accurate statement. That might have been true when he first came in the league, but how people think of you is pretty much, it's hard to break how someone thinks about you. So if you come in doing one thing, they always want to put you in that box and say that this is what you do, even if you expand your game, even if you you know, can do other things, no matter how your game evolves. But it's hard to change a person's perception about you. It's hard to change what people think about you, even if you change. But you know, that's I'm getting a little bit off topic, but you know, the NBA is a business at the end of the day, and every business is all about making money. All right, so that's what I got for you guys for today. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you got a lot of value from it. Subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out.